Hi guys, welcome to our daily encounter. As we continue to march through the book of Luke, we're now getting into the heart of the book. Chapters 12 through 19 really give us what Luke was trying to impress on Theophilus. The main theme that he was trying to get across on him or to him. You know, the book of Luke, as we've talked about before, shows Christ as the Son of Man. But in connection of showing Christ as the Son of Man, showing him in his humanity, is also the practical outgrowth of that. Theophilus evidently was a very wealthy Roman. He's called, Luke calls him the noble Theophilus. This was a man probably of high position, probably very wealthy. And there were some things that he needed to learn in connection to Christ. Christ came as a human being and humbled himself as a human being. Came from that high position, as Philippians chapter 2 talks about. Did not think it robbery or something to hold on to be equal to God, but humbled himself and became like a man and submitted to God, was obedient even to the point of death, even death on a cross. And perhaps Luke is trying to impress upon Theophilus the importance of humility, but also of generosity as well. And that's really what you get into in chapters 12 through 19. And that seems to be the heartbeat that runs through chapters 12 through 19. You see Jesus coming to the rescue of those who have been disfranchised, those who have been on the outskirts of society, those who were poor, those who were despised by others, the marginalized in society. He's really zeroing in on that. And in connection to that, a lot of teachings about riches and the dangers of riches. At least twice, if not more times, he talks about and encourages someone. Actually, I can think of 3 times right now. It might be more than that, where he encourages someone to sell all their possessions and give to the poor. Just really honing in on this idea of not having a high position, being generous, being loving towards those who are marginalized, and having a heart for the poor, that sort of thing. And I think this is a really good section for us as Americans to spend some time in and maybe revisit time and time again. Because in our society, we have been sold a particular narrative. We've been told a particular narrative that, you know, life is really about material things. We are just inundated with materialism. That is, commercials, infomercials, advertisements on apps and social media, where everyone's trying to get us to buy their product, saying that, you know, our life is not complete unless we own this particular thing. And we kind of get born into that type of mindset. And, you know, that we just kind of accept that's the way it is. We're supposed to be successful. We're supposed to make a lot of money. We're supposed to own a lot of possessions. We're supposed to do whatever it takes to make our lives comfortable and easy. And we have this consumer approach to life. We feel like we are the ones who should be served. We have a lot of companies out there that are more than willing to serve us and treat us like kings and queens as long as we give them the money. Anyways, our society is really all about position, and whether we admit it or not, it's about power, it's about possessions. And Luke smashes that idea to pieces when it comes to following Christ. When we come to Christ, what are we supposed to be seeking first? His kingdom. And then what does Christ say? Then all those things will be supplied to you. What things? Well, clothes on your back and food on the table. those are really the two things that are promised to us. And if you think about it, those are really the only two things that we need in life to survive, from a physical standpoint. Even Paul in 1 Timothy chapter 6 encouraged those who are rich to recognize that with food and with covering or clothing, we should be content. Now, what am I saying? Am I saying that we should go sell everything that we have and just have the food on the table and clothes on our back? Absolutely not. That's not a blanket commandment for everyone to follow. As a matter of fact, in some cases, you can serve the Lord better if you have a house, you have a stable home, you have these sorts of things. Like my wife and I were in foster care. If we didn't have a stable home, if we didn't have certain things, we wouldn't be able to help the children in foster care. And so it's a case-by-case thing, but the main thing is where is our heart? Is our heart in our possessions? Is our heart in the material things that we want to grab a hold of and latch onto and make our lives all about? Or is it about the kingdom and serving the Lord? Is that our highest priority? And the book of Luke is a wonderful resource for kind of just checking ourselves again and recalibrating our hearts and helping us get back in the right direction again. And not to get off course, not to buy into the narrative that we've been sold in our society, but to realize, you know, it's really about God. It's really about Jesus. Even if we become the most wealthy people, even if we attain all the possessions and the comfort and the pleasures of this world, it's all going to go away anyways. And what will remain is what we have in Christ. So that's what we should hold on to. That's what we should cling for. And that's what we should strive for. So as we're going through Luke, particularly in the section that we're in, really take these things to heart. You might want to just slow down as you read through it a little bit and just kind of absorb what Jesus is teaching and kind of meditate on it, think about it throughout the day, and see if that really measures up to maybe the way you've viewed life recently and the way that the world has told you, like what the world has told you life is all about. We need to do that from time to time, I believe. So that's our assignment for the day. Let's do some heart searching and really take to heart what the Lord is saying and begin to put those things into practice. So that, guys, I do thank you for watching the video today. Hope you guys have a great day. Love you guys. God bless.